All right. Actually, hold on. I didn't look at your bar. You should.
Beep, beep,
Yep.
beep. Are we recording?
No, you seem fine. You seem fine. Totally acceptable.
Okay.
It's within parameters.
Comic strips.
Let's get them. Let's seize them.
Yeah, so we had fun last night.
Yeah, I barely remember it.
It's a
You know
function of destiny that you can sit down with no idea what to do and really no goal.
Well, you and Kara had like a hard and fast goal.
Yeah.
Because you were trying to do that flashpoint. But what did you get from the flashpoint? A drop?
A drop. Yeah, we went back to Cade and turned it in. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially like there's weekly content in the Nightfall, right?
Yeah.
And I guess now there's weekly content that Cade has for patrols. This one happened to be going and doing public events. But I think at the top level, a flashpoint is just go to a place and do a thing.
Something that Cade wants you to do.
Right.
Yeah. And then I suspect that the meditations that you get from
Ikora,
I suspect that those meditations are also, I suspect that's weekly content as well, fundamentally.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume you can go to Ikora as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she can figure out some shit for you.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I always liked redoing story missions.
I did too, yeah.
That was one of the types of content that I really liked in the first one. We're going back, especially if they have modifiers and different things on them.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what constitutes a Nightfall this time around. I'm interested to try that.
Well, yeah, because they went away.
Right.
I mean, the only way I knew how to do those Nightfalls was with exploits. Like,
oh, yeah.
Because
you stand under this spot.
Well, yeah, but you'd get all the way to that boss.
Yeah.
And this boss, he'll kill you. Like, he'll kill you right away.
Yeah.
And he'll kill everybody in your group.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the one that I'm thinking the most of is that fucking Kel.
Oh, yeah, where we'd hide under his deck, porch there or whatever.
You can hide under the porch, but I'm thinking of the one where he comes out of the jail.
Yeah.
And he's like, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, shit. And then, but the only way to deal with him is like, you have to climb up on that path.
Yeah.
And then like that tiny little avenue, that window, and you just have to wait for people to come by and then shoot and kill them.
Yeah.
And the reason you have to do that is because they'll kill you instantly. The fact of the matter is that you can be hiding up there and they'll still kill you.
Yeah, I think across the board, Destiny feels a little harder. I feel like more often I'm fighting harder fights more often, but then the bosses, I think, in general, are easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my experience from the campaign at any rate.
Right.
We ate those guys up. And it's like we did that really cool new amazing EDZ strike.
Yeah. Yeah, where you're fighting in that huge collapsed building at the end.
Yeah, but I didn't expect him, like, he was hard, but he wasn't like a boss hard.
No, right? I mean, when I think about the bosses in Destiny 1, like...
These are assholes. But you know what? I mean, I have not gotten super sophisticated yet about my mods.
I haven't had to.
Yeah. I haven't really investigated that part.
Yeah.
I've got loads of mods.
Yeah.
You know?
And it might be that there's going to be the different challenge rating, right? Like, we're going to have to play them on the harder level, the heroic strikes.
Oh, yeah. And we'll get to that campaign. And the other thing we have to remember is that we've only had it like a week.
Yeah, I know.
We have to fucking chill out. But it's like, it's so easy to slip back into that.
But yeah, I mean, a night becomes, let's do this. Oh, here's a fucking hidden place. Here's a public adventure.
Oh, yeah. And then you just jump into basically you just strap in to the roller coaster for the strike playlist.
Couple strikes, yeah.
And then you're ready to go. Like, now we can do that. We can try a Nightfall. Probably get torn the fuck apart.
Which, at this point, I would be fine with. I'm ready to
I would like to hit that. I would actually like to have a test.
Yeah, I want to get punched in the face.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just... You're doing your thing. I mean, to a certain extent, it's like, hey, yeah, we've already done this. But it's like the 2 lightning, warlock, hunter. I mean, we don't have the we don't have the defensive aspect. And so we all have to be on our shit.
We put out a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If Kara and I both decide that it's time to do this super, like shit happens fast.
Yeah, she's got the bug again. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
She's got a hook.
No, I mean that's a big part of the draw. It's like we used to do this all the time.
Yeah. But to have the sequel come out And, like I figured I would like it. I hoped that it would be good. And I hope that, they would like it too. But I'm glad that, like, they've really fucking killed it.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
It's just better in every way.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I understand the shader thing is the only thing in terms of like mechanics. Like, I thought that the changes to the guns were going to be a much bigger deal. I actually really like this change a lot.
I love the trilogy thing there.
I think that's much better, and there's more diversity in the individual slots too.
Yeah, I find myself using them more because they're giving you heavy ammo. So I find myself
all over the place.
Cycling through those guns a lot more often.
Yeah, it's all over the place, but it's like there's not a lot of bullets in there.
Right.
It's like they can drop it all the time because the cap on the ammo is very low.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, other than the shader thing, which I completely understand as a complaint, even though I have yet to really run aground on it.
I understand
I have so many shaders. I don't know.
The way I am using it in game
Yeah.
is not frustrating me right now.
Yeah. There must be something else. Like, I really do have a piece of armor that I like,
Yeah.
and I just infuse into it. It doesn't change its color.
Right.
You know, like this, I used a shader on my chest piece several days ago. I've gotten probably 20 more pieces of chest armor.
Yeah.
But none of them are the chest armor that I want. And so I just take those stats and build them into the existing schemes.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I definitely miss my Glowhoo, right?
Well, I earned that Glowhoo.
Yeah. I don't know. They did it a different way. It's not killing me right now.
It's not killing me right now. I reserve, like I said in the post, I reserve the right to be very angry about this later.
Yeah.
We'll see. Oh man, see, so now that you're done with the art, are you done with the art?
I have to do the cover for Dark of the Wood.
Oh, for Dark of the Wood.
Yeah.
And that's it?
Two more little logo like icon things.
Okay. So now it's all Jerry.
Yeah.
All the time. And I got a lot of text to write for these cards, man.
I appreciate it.
No, it's fine.
I thought that had already come and gone. I thought that they'd come to you for that.
No, I've never seen this particular page before. This is for Dark of the Wood cards.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple fields on here.
Yeah, I was not prepared to do the expansion at the same time as the full game.
Yeah, but I think that's the right way to do it. I mean, honestly, I think it's the only way to do it. When you're talking about this type of bulk and then like the shipping and everything,
sure.
Like you really want to have it and be ready.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think it is for the best, but it definitely hit me in the face.
Yeah, I think it's healthy for the game.
Yeah.
To have that extra option available at the outset, especially when it comes with two new judges. Like, to me, that's probably like the inside baseball way of thinking of it, but two new approaches to the game for the judge, two new like ebb economies is actually a lot of content.
It is, yeah.
And you still want to do something elaborate. Something fan fictional.
I still want to do something fan fictional.
But not between now and Wednesday.
Not now.
Right.
No.
Then let me grab this text and scoot it around because this is a bad place for it. If we're not going to be doing it actively, let me make and share.
Yeah, have it live in another file.
Yeah.
I think it might be fun if you come over sometime and we play because we've got plenty of fucking.
Well, yeah, you have all the systems, right?
Yeah.
Why not? That sounds okay.
And we'll play Destiny and then try to write some kind of fan fiction thing. Yeah.
Right. Oh, so you, Kara, and I could all play.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty good.
And somebody else. We have 4.
Was it 3? There's 3 in the fire team. I mean,
I know it drives me crazy.
Oh yeah, because you want to be able to play with your whole family, right?
Yeah, I want to be able to play with the whole family, but also
in Crucible you can.
Yeah, but Kara doesn't like Crucible, so it doesn't matter.
She will.
I don't think so. It's going to be tough to get her into that. The PvE stuff is so good.
Oh yeah,
it's so smooth.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I think this is actually very good, but it's very technical. It's like Halo technical, which makes sense.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like everything changed for me in Crucible once I got a good scout rifle.
Yes.
Everything
just
I'm
finding the right guns for you in there.
I'm not the same player, but it's a style of gun.
Yeah.
Like that marks that I'm really good with the DMR.
Pop. Yeah.
Right? I need high accuracy, long range.
Yeah, and then the night where like the girls went and played PvE stuff and then you and I and Levin did Crucible, but we were all still in a chat party.
Yes, exactly. Like we're all
That's
still
nice, at least.
We're all still like goofing around, and we're still
Right.
hanging out, even if we have a different.
Well, and the fact that we're in a clan now, when we're doing that shit, and clan XP is just fucking piling up,
and they're kicking ass on their side. We're getting XP,
and then they just go get an engram because we did rad.
We're kicking ass in Crucible, and then they go grab a purple.
Yeah,
This is weird.
it's great.
This is weird. So I'll just call this
Community outreach. If you're listening to this podcast and you want to join our Destiny 2 clan, it's called Community Outreach
on PS4.
on PS4.
All right, now I got rid of that line. Oh, I missed my favorite line in the cut and paste. There we go.
Still playing Mario Rabbids.
Yep. Mario Rabbids
Almost done with the third world now.
Still good. I'm going to see. I think the kids would actually like that. Like, that would be a tactic. Like, generally speaking, I'm not going to play XCOM on the television in the living room.
Sure.
But I think they might actually think this is really funny and interesting.
I bet they
might,
would, yeah.
They might get into it and say, hey, well, can we go over here? Like, that type of game is very cooperative and has always been.
Well, yeah, because it's paused, right? Everybody can be like, what should we do next?
I've never played XCOM alone. I mean,
Well, you're never alone because Jesus is always
Well, yeah, the Lord.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously. One love. But it's like, by the same token, I want to. Like, I love that game.
Yeah.
But for me, XCOM is a game you play with your friends. Like, there's just something about it.
Yeah.
That makes it social.
Yeah.
I'm very excited because tomorrow is the first time on the Acquisitions Intoxicated stream that, because usually we have a beer and talk about it, but this is the first time that, and from now on, it'll be the stuff that we've made.
Oh, tomorrow's going to be your first beers ready to drink?
Yeah, tomorrow is Omendron's War Priest.
Oh, and you haven't tested it yet? You took a little bit.
You did a sample early on, but it still had another week to go.
It had to carbonate or whatever.
In the ferment, well, it's two things. There's that last conditioning, just a little bit more age, smooths it out a little bit. And then it also, right now, it's actually carbonating right now. It's in carbonite.
It's no good to me dead.
Well, exactly. But it's going to be Bonkersville. Now, you might not have heard this either. So Lane and Faye and Eric, when Brennan and I were down in the Sheraton bar at PAX, they put the idea out to her that I should go do some SCA shit with them.
Oh, really?
And she's like, oh, yeah, that's no problem. Go ahead. And I was like, all right, that's cool. But there's a couple things you need to know. New information. Let's just put this in your brain box. So, and also, let me get a foot rest.
Yeah, you're reclining all
so
of
that
a
I
sudden.
can kick up and really just take a moment. So, yesterday, Brenna came home with Renaissance era patterns from the fabric store. So really what she wants is to make a doublet for me.
Oh, I see.
With breeches. I realize now that I am become a kind of doll.
You are. You're going to get dressed up.
And so we talked about the palette, and then she also had some really cool patterns she had found, some remnant patterns that looks like the right Tree of Gondor. She's going to make me a sword cape.
And then you're going to go...
Oh, listen, imagine that this is just the launch phase. Let me tell you about deployment.
Yeah, what's deployment look like?
So they have done this before. So Faye and Eric and Lane have done this wilderness shit a few times. They have, you know how it's like you have constructed a new lightsaber, right?
Yeah.
It's like they have constructed a wooden bar that they dismantle and rebuild in the middle of the woods under a tent. It's covered in like burned knots and shit like this.
Yeah.
And so we will be serving Acquisitions Intoxicated beers, like 15 gallons of them.
At this SCA
in
event?
the middle of the woods at a wooden bar.
Where is this place? What event is it?
That's above my pay grade. I have no idea. I am completely just along for the ride.
Well, we might get some comics out of it.
Well, what I'm saying is we might already have a comic out of it. This is a bizarre.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is a bizarre scenario.
So, you're gonna be drinking this shit tomorrow? Are you gonna get shit faced, or is it like a tasting thing?
Oh no, a glass.
Oh, okay.
A glass. Morak.
I don't know. Like when you go to town on one of these beers, like if I had made a beer, I'd be like, it's time to fucking drink my beer.
Well, and I will do that. But
Yeah.
but listen, we also have tasks. We have tasks to accomplish. 'Cause
Tomorrow?
of course.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, the rest of the show is going to be a collaboration. We're going to try to figure out.
But to me, it might be funny if you were shit-faced for the rest of it. Like, those tasks become more funny, I think.
Oh, listen, if you're asking me to drink, I'm not going to argue with you. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
There are limits on. It's like you can drink on Twitch, but you can't like be drunk. But I would like to find out where that.
Let's find that wall.
I would like to find where they imagine this line exists.
That might be a funny line for a comic. You can drink on Twitch, but you can't be drunk. Someone has to find this line.
I feel like that's a sophisticated rhetorical position.
Yeah, I think I just saw, didn't I see a headline where it was like StarCraft player booted for his drunk behavior online?
Yes, yeah.
But it's not like you are on a team.
It
Like,
was
I'm
a
not
Korean
gonna,
player.
I'm not going to fire you from your esports team. But you're saying Twitch has...
Yes, self-destructive behavior is what this would fall under.
Oh, well, now that's debatable.
Well, no, it's drinking excessively. So you can drink, but it's like you can't drink excessively. And again, like
Yeah, I mean, they don't know what your fucking tolerance is. I guess if you vomit and pass out on Twitch,
yeah, I feel like that.
that might be too much.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. There might be
There might be a strip there.
there.
It seems funny to me.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
drink, but you can't be drunk.
Yeah,
That sounds like a challenge.
yeah, it's like that. I'm looking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the community guidelines for Twitch, and it seems like you can drink, but you can't get drunk. Yeah, it's like you need like a cosmonaut. Like
yeah,
you need
someone has to explore this.
I feel I feel like this is a realm.
Yeah, man, how are you supposed to know where that line is? I was born to find this line.
Exactly. I need this requires an expedition. This is like.
And then the third panel, and he's just like completely naked. Hey, Twitch, is this drunk enough for you?
And it's like I would love to see some of the other rules. Like now I want to explore that concept. It's like the other rules. You cannot found an occult society.
You cannot form a cult.
I don't know. I feel like the other rules are just as funny.
Yeah.
Like you can't get drunk, and it's like they got some other novel rules in here. So I want to explore all these. Yeah, it's just like you cannot fuck an alligator. It's just there's no way. It happened like one time. It was like twitch.tv/alligator fucking.
And now they got to make
got
a
banned.
rule.
I mean, they got banned. Like
Yeah. One guy ruins it for everybody.
Oh.
I guess there's also the SCA stuff tied up in that.
The SCA stuff. We might be able to do the other one. This has happened before. Like there is a comic in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But the SCA one seems like a freebie. I think.
What does it stand for again?
The Society for Creative Anachronism.
Ah, okay.
Get over here and feel the power of my healing cleft.
Healing cleft.
This is a funny line.
The girls really don't like cleft.
Oh, they don't?
I don't think so.
It's not for them?
No. It seemed to bother Amy a lot.
It's something. There's something weird about the word. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why there's a comic about it. It's just it has a you kind of like it's like it affects your nervous system.
Yeah.
You're just like
Yeah. Cleft.
because you went already, and I was like, hey, where you go, I can't follow. So you're gonna
Right.
be buying a fucking pauldron. You're gonna be doing this shit.
Yeah.
But it really did happen. I was in the bar at Sheraton drinking, and then before I knew what was happening, I'd somehow been roped into this alternative universe.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, it's like I don't 100% know what is going on. Like I don't know what's going to be required of me.
Yeah.
Like you had an experience there, but it's like, is it universal? And you didn't camp out.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna camp out.
I think you're gonna get a much different experience. I think I got the sort of Disneyland
The tour.
tour of it.
Did you go crazy on a haunch?
I don't know. No, I'm not big on haunches. I don't think it's for me.
Well,
I didn't really like any of the things they have going on.
I guarantee. But no, I mean, there's a bardic competition,
Yeah.
and they all seem to think that that's for me,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know about that.
You could go up there and strum a lute, couldn't you?
I have no idea. The lute has a gigantic fretboard. I have no idea if I can play a lute or not.
Are you fretting trying to play a lute?
I'll choke you to death.
Okay.
Make a song about that.
It just sounds like you were fretting.
Yeah, there might be something. It's like yeah, they want me to do some kind of I mean, it's just sort of like, it's like yeah, I guess they want me to or whatever. But that's like the secret desire.
Right. I don't know. I'm not taking it too seriously. And then he's
No,
got
that's it. It's just like yeah.
tights on.
Oh
And
yeah.
the lute. And then he's got to have some little song, right, that he's singing. Some really fancy little song.
No, it can be a song, but it also just tell you the tale my father told me.
Yeah. I'm reading a book now that Faye recommended to me. Did he talk to you about
Is this Dies the Light?
No, this is Knights of the Wild.
Well, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a Faye book. The hook is that these adventuring parties were essentially bands, and they were called as much. They were called bands. And you had a front man and an axe man, right? And you had all these different groups, and then this band Saga was very popular, and then they retired, and they're getting the band back together because one of their members' daughter needs to be saved, right?
Oh, Wild. Oh no, it's WYLD.
I wasn't going to tell you that part.
Oh no,
I wasn't going to tell you that
Michael.
part. He gave it to me. I'm reading it.
Were you drunk? Is that? I was so drunk I woke up with all these fantasy books.
These books, man, they didn't even spell wild right.
Man, the Heart Wild.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's got some neat stuff. I don't like the band. Like it's trying to be funny in a way that it's not.
Oh, it's trying to be funny.
Yeah, parts of it are.
I see. So there's a piratical aspect to it.
Piratical.
Yeah, like they're sort of like swashbuckly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These bands would come back with their loot and their trophies, and people would throw parades for them. And
Interesting. Quotes from Kings of the Wild. Among them is a renegade king, he who sired 5 royal heirs without ever unzipping his pants, a man to whom time has imparted great wisdom and an even greater waistline, whose thoughtless courage is rivaled only by his unquenchable thirst.
I'm not defending this book. It's an easy read, and it has a couple neat ideas so far.
You know what? You gotta do your shit.
Getting the band back together.
No, hey,
it's a fun.
No, exactly,
trope.
and that's what. Yeah, exactly, and no doubt that's the seed crystal that the entire book formed around.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the idea. It's like the Black Company really works because of how pragmatic it is about its fantasy.
Yeah.
Right. They are annoyed by sorcery.
Right.
And rightly so.
Yeah, and there's the element to this book that I can't tell. There's this idea, it feels like these are characters that were created, they were a band a long time ago. They were Saga, and it feels like they were made by kids, like they were D&D characters made by kids and left. Like the wizard and the rogue who became a king, and
then you come back.
And you come back to these characters, but they feel like they were being played by kids. Like the characters themselves are very...
Well, they may well be.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if there's a sort of meta-narrative above all this that is that. I don't know.
Well, there is definitely something beautiful about that concept.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put Knights of the Wild up on top.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
Just in case something ever happens with that.
Is it Kings of the Wild or Knights of the Wild?
Let's see. Well, maybe there's more than one book.
Or is it Butts of the Wild?
Kings of the Wild.
Kings of the Wild.
Kings of the Wild! Whoa! Kings of the Wild!
Mm-hmm.
Wow!
That's the name of the book.
Wow! All right, no, it's good. How can we create together? How can we weave the weavers of worlds?
I did almost devour some kids with a gelatinous cube.
Oh, yeah, I have my game, too.
Yeah.
I have my game, too. God, it went dark. There's like an old... It's like, this is a great opportunity to teach kids important lessons.
Sure.
there's this. He's set up his little cart here on this forest path. He's got this little emporium, and then these kids come through the forest, and they're like, oh yeah, our parents are gone. He's like, really? And he's like, where's your parents? He's like, oh, my parents live far from town. It's like, where are your parents? It's like, oh, my parents disappeared in an accident. He's like, how wonderful.
So you make it
and
a
they
stranger?
want to go. Yeah, exactly. They want to go, and he's like, oh no, I've got incredible products you haven't seen, amazing artifacts. He opens up this chest and he's trying to grab out all these wands.
Yeah.
And they're just like, F no. And then I have a displacer beast that's just sort of watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so Elliot's warlock is basically a warlock of memes.
Mm-hmm.
Like he serves basement cat.
Okay.
And like all of his dialogue is different types of like lolcat and other online mysticism. Okay. And so this displacer beast also serves basement cat.
Oh.
And so there's this big fight going on, and Elliot. This is the thing about Elliot. He does not want to use his main actions to deal damage. Mm-hmm. He just doesn't want to. Like he wants to interact with things.
Sure.
And I totally get it, but it's like these things will kill you. I don't want to have to kill his character to teach him that, but
yeah,
these
at some
are
point you have
fucking
to.
monsters.
Yeah.
And it's just like, are these your people? And it's like, yeah. And he's like, how many of them can I eat? And he's like, none. You can't eat any of them. And he's like, can I eat one? Like, no, you can't eat one. Can I eat part of one? Yeah. He's like, no, you can't have any of them. You have to, this is not going to work out.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's really, really fun to interact with him in these goofy ways. Yeah. My party's 5 deep though. And do you have is it challenging for you to fucking get them all on the same page?
Oh my gosh. Well, I had to do the lesson they learned was teamwork. Like, it was one of these things where it's like, I make a strength roll. I make a strength roll. I make a strength roll. It's like, okay, well, you've all tried to lift this thing and you can't. They're like, well, we don't know what to do. We have to lift it. It's like, oh, well, what if we help each other lift it? I'm not even going to make you roll. Like, yeah. Keeping them on the same page and keeping them just focused. Some of them, 13-year-old boys.
No, we had to institute a hand raise rule.
Yeah.
Just and it cleaned it up so fast. Like they know that.
That's a good.
They know
idea.
how to do that.
Well, then I started handing out loot, and he's like, "I want that. I want that." And they're like, "I want that." And then they look at me and they're like, "Who gets what?" And I go, "You've just opened a chest, and this is what you find."
Yeah,
it's not up to me to decide who gets any of this.
You know what a good way to do that would be? Would be to write the loot on a physical object.
Yeah, I had a note. I was like, these are the things that you find.
Exactly. But like a 3x5 card type thing.
Yeah.
Just set those out. And it's like, because if they're starting to get grabby or whatever, like that stuff is going to,
right.
Like, once you make that physical, like once you take it out of the realm of the purely abstract.
What's funny is they ended up instituting basically roll for need, roll for greed. Like they rolled dice.
With dice?
Yeah, with dice. Gabe got this for his birthday. I gave him a special item.
Yeah.
He got the item, the robe of useful things.
Oh yeah, they're the best.
It's great. And so he's got all these patches. He's got a list of all the things he's got, and he's really excited.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like there might be a strip in this. It's the ultimate scam. Like you can give him an imaginary present.
I did, right? But as I'm reading what the patches are, he's like, "Oh, what? A horse with saddles? A rowboat? Like
a horse?"
Yeah, so it has 2 of each of these things, 2 patches. And when you take a patch off and throw it down, it becomes that thing. And then when the patches are all gone, it's just a normal robe. But until then, it's got like...
Dude, listen, it's next level fathering to give a child an imaginary present. I'm telling you,
yeah.
That's level 10. That is level 10.
But I knew he would like it. The way he likes to play this wizard, he would enjoy having all these different things at his disposal, like a ladder, a lantern.
Oh, totally. So yeah, so they played a game of D&D for the kids, and then you gave him an imaginary present. I'm telling you, this is
yeah.
There might be a strip in that.
Yeah. If you wanted to do the Hallmark version of it, it would be like, well, there's nothing imaginary about the present that you gave him on his birthday.
Yeah, but I didn't get him anything.
No, I'm saying I didn't buy him anything. I just got him. I'm a magic item. No, but the real gift that you got him is priceless. No, it was worth like 100.
it's
I think it
100
was. I
GP
think it
top.
was 100 GP. It's uncommon, but
It's not rare. I mean,
talking about love, you fucking
you, you cretin.
Michael Crichton.
Yeah, Michael Cretin. So, which of these incredible ideas do we want to do a comic about?
I think the getting him an imaginary thing is funny.
Yeah, there's different ways to.
There's
to
just
tune
different
it.
ways to come at it. We don't have to do that way.
Yeah, so it's like Gabe wanted to play D&D for his birthday,
Yeah,
and this is the ultimate scam,
I ran the ultimate scam.
and it turned out to be the ultimate scam. It's like give him a cake in game.
Didn't have to buy anything.
Here, I love to manipulate children. Tell me more.
Tell me more. Cheapest birthday ever.
Here, I'm always looking for a new way to manipulate children. Tell me more.
Cheapest birthday ever. The entire party was in game.
The party, huh?
Huh?
Nice.
I decorated an inn. I decorated the inn.
It was the cheapest. It was the cheapest birthday. It was the cheapest party of all time. I decorated an imaginary inn.
And described the cake.
Then I merely
described a cake.
Did you get him a present? A robe in game.
In game.
Of course I did.
Of course I did. He loved it.
And you get him a present too, right?
Yeah. A robe of useful items in game. And Gabe goes, "You're the best dad ever." No, he's not. Thanks, Dad. You're the best. No, he's not.
Yeah, a robe of useful items in game. You're the best dad ever. No, he's not.
He's not. When they lost the druid to the gelatinous cube, and the fighters they didn't know what the fuck to do with this thing, and so they tied a rope around the fighter, and he's like, "I'm gonna go in and get him."
Dude,
so,
that's kicks ass.
So it's like, all right. So he walks in. I'm like, "You're being devoured. Just take damage right now. You're being eaten."
Well, no, exactly. We had that too. It's just like they really wanted to explore this guy because his face was all skin and flesh, but underneath his ragged doublet, after they dealt damage, they could see bones, like just like raw ribs.
Oh shit!
And they kept attacking him, and I was like, from these little tears in his robe, projects the dust of the grave. And so the rest of the game was just like, do we see the dust of the grave? It's like, yes. That's the kind of dust you see, yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
But when I cast the pot, it's like I cast the rod, keeping it hard like a motherfucker gas robot.
I'm reeling cod, today's fresh catch. I mean a podcast, something about nets.
Yes, it gets better when it's winter. I'm fettered by my fish gear, catch and release. Get in that crease when my fish near.
Talk about a plant best laid off that stray. And yes, I crave that tuna with his peck fin splayed. But while I'm glistening from the whole sea, you better listen into TLC.
I got that wild caught salmon. It's tender and it's moist.
Downloadable content, a podcast of choice.